views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of alltalkradio.net.
Welcome to Dontae's Boxing Nation Show here on alltalkradio.net. Now here's your host, Dontae.
What's going on, guys? All Talk Radio, and welcome to the Dontae's Boxing Nation Show. I am your host, Dontae, and joining me today are my two special guests, one by way of phone. This man right here has one of the best boxing channels on YouTube, 78 Sports TV, and also my man over here in the studio with me, Mr. Undefeated, 18-0, 10 knockouts, the super middleweight fighter right here, and he just had a great performance on the Mayweather undercard against Marco Perriban. Mr. J. Leon Love, welcome to the show, man.
I appreciate you having me.
All right, all right. My microphone good, George? We good? All right, welcome to the show, 78. So, hey, first things first, man, I want to say, like I said, congratulations again, Jay. Excellent performance on the biggest card of the year, you know, up to this date. The first thing I want to say, man, you was in the ring with a giant, you know what I mean? And you showed a lot of heart. Yeah. You know, he dropped you twice in the 5th round. You came back, hurt him in the very next round, and then dominated the whole fight. I want to ask you, man, do you feel that your heart is one of your main assets and that separates you from a lot of other fighters in your division?
I mean, you know what, I can't really speak on other fighters as far as heart because I'm only one man and I can't speak on another man. But, you know, no punch is going to stop me from getting where I got to go. You know, he caught me with a good shot. It was a good shot I didn't see coming. I was out jabbing him, out boxing him early rounds. It was just a good shot. But, you know, I knew he was coming with the blaze and the onslaught. You know what I mean? He started letting his hands go. And I just knew the smart thing to do is just to take that knee. You know what I mean? Jay Nady looked like he was going to step in. And that just showed you I was in my right mind. You know what I mean? You get a lot of guys that's young like myself that try to fight it out of it or whatever the case. You know what I mean? He was a big boy, definitely a big boy.
He was a giant.
And, you know, he has some pop. Just caught me with a shot I didn't see. So I knew, okay, Jay Leon, let's be smart. Take the knee, get your mind right. Because I knew I could outbox this dude any day of the week. You know, he was slow on his feet, kind of slow, but he had definitely a good punch.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I said you just showed so much heart, because a lot of fighters, they wouldn't have been able to come back from that, you know, and you shrugged it off like it was nothing. You know?
Yeah.
So that's what that is. What did you think about the fight, 78?
I thought that it was a very exciting fight. I thought it was the most exciting fight of the night. I thought that I'm not gonna lie to. First of all, how you doing today, Jay?
What's going on, boss? How you feel?
Good, man. I'm not gonna lie to you though. I did pick Perriban to defeat you because I thought he was the bigger guy, and by you coming up to 168, I thought that you know you would have some problems with him with his pressure.
Yeah.
But you showed that you could outbox. All right, and you handled his pressure very well. You know, you were knocked down, like you said, you took a knee, and which was a very intelligent thing to do, and you got up and put that work on him. And I was surprised at your ability to do that because I hadn't seen you push to that.
We dropped him? Okay. Well, yeah, you want to call him up? Okay. Well, we'll just go ahead. We'll get 78 back on the show, guys. But continue where he just left off. Let me say this. When it comes to, he's back. 78, you back?
I don't know what happened there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just saying that I was surprised that Jay had the ability to well, he showed the world basically that he could handle that kind of pressure and stay in his right mind, make adjustments. I was surprised by that, and it was pleasing to see. But I did want to ask Jay a quick question, if that's okay with everybody.
Go ahead, man. Ask as many as you want.
Do you feel now that you handled a guy, because Perriban was no joke. I mean, this is not a bum.
No.
Do you feel that at this point you're ready for the Sakio Bikas of the world and the Carl Frost, George Groves, and Andre Wards right now?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, every fight I continue to improve. You know, I'm still a young fighter, still growing. So every fight you improve. You know, that's the thing. It's one thing to just be fighting, but it's another to fight and improve from your last performance. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people counted me out with Perriban. And I had the most confidence in the world because I always trained extremely hard. And I know my skill set. I know what I can and can't do. You know what I'm saying? So I knew I would go in there and be victorious, and I knew what we were up against. And this was definitely no slouch, no bum, no gender, no whatever you call him. This guy has fought Saki Obika, has fought Badu Jack, and it is a big guy. And not only that, is a volume puncher. Those are guys that'll give you a lot of trouble. So I knew that, I knew what I was up against. But like I said, whoever they put in front of me, man, I'm going to definitely fight them. Perriban wasn't an option for me. That was the option they gave me, the only option they gave me. So that's what I do. I take the fights. Rosado was someone that we wanted to fight. They gave me the name. I took Rosado. So whoever else, whether it's Sasaki or Bika, we'll take that next. You know what I mean? So my job is to fight, put on good performances, try to please the crowd, show the world that, what I'm made of. And for you guys to whether criticize or say whatever it is, if I'm ready or not, I know what I'm ready for. I think I showed a lot of skill, a lot of intelligence, a lot of things that you don't see young fighters my age and my, where they are in my career do. So I just want to continue to grow from this, and that's what I'm looking for. So all those Frotches and George Groves and all of whoever else is out there, those are the names I'm looking for. And like I said, the better the fighter, the better I'll be.
Hey, y'all heard it right here on Dontae's Boxing Nation. Jay Leon Love, he looking for Frotches and all y'all. So y'all heard it right here on Dontae's Boxing Nation. Now let me just ask you this real quick about Perriban, Jay. Now when I was watching the fight, I was noticed you was outboxing him, like you said, in the first couple rounds, easy with the jab. But he was so huge and he was so tall with the long arms. I was watching, I was thinking it seemed like Jay would probably be safer on the inside, to get away from the long shots. And that's kind of when he caught you with a long right hand in the fifth round. But then I noticed you adjusted after, you went through that fifth round, and then you got on the inside and you start backing him up. So did you feel that was the better way to approach the situation, is to be on the inside?
You know what? I could have been on the outside. I could have been on the inside. It really didn't matter. The thing was this. I knew that he threw one jab, but it was never a double jab. So I knew that. My defense is very well. I do got great defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's improving.
Yeah.
But you get hit sometime in this sport. And I knew that he threw one jab. So we studied him over and over again before the fight. And it was just always one jab. And if you see the fight, he only threw one jab.
Yeah.
And when I knew parry the jab, throw my double or triple jab or work off it. You know what I mean? So I knew whether on the outside, he couldn't really get to me with those shots that he was throwing. He'd try to go to my body, I would roll. He would try to go to my head, I would roll. It was just that one round I got caught.
Just that one punch, really.
That's all. You know what I mean? So the fifth round was something that we tried to work on. Obviously, in these fights, man, you just don't know what can happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was comfortable in there boxing him, throwing my jabs and stuff like that. And, he timed me very well. You know what I mean? I can take a punch.
I see.
I definitely can take a punch. That's one thing I can do. I'm not in the sport to take a bunch of punches, but I definitely can take a punch. You know what I mean? But these are some big guys, bro. And I'm feeling into the weight class very well. I can handle these big boys. You know what I'm saying? I can handle that. But it just comes with the game. It's part of the territory. You get hit, you get caught. Whether you go down or stand up, it's all on you.
It's all about how you come back and deal with the adversity, right?
There you go.
And like I said, a lot of fighters, they can't deal with that adversity. They buckle under pressure, So you passed that test,
Yeah.
But so how would you rate your performance, though?
Honestly, I haven't had a chance to see the fight. You know what I mean? I just been chilling, enjoying myself. Not really doing too much. I don't drink. I don't do all that other stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? I've just been kicking it with my family. They actually left this morning. So, you know what I mean? Now I've been to have a little free time to myself and just kick it.
That's cool.
So, I'm going to check the fight out, and I can give you an accurate response to, whether I rate myself. I know that I won. So,
yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
You got anything else on that fight or anything else, 78?
Well, I did want to, not about that fight, but I did want to ask Jay some questions about, well, know that Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Mhm.
Is the biggest advocate in boxing
Yeah.
for having a clean sport and all of that stuff? And we know you had some troubles with diuretics. And recently, Luis Cuba Arias and another fighter from the Mayweather camp also had some trouble with, I think it was marijuana or something like that. What advice, if any, did you give to your comrades?
I haven't had a big chance to talk to them about it. You know what I mean? I definitely know what they're going through. It's it's one thing to. It's not like my situation. I wasn't trying to hide anything or, trying to take something to enhance my performance or whatever. I was just trying to lose weight, and I didn't know what I took was something that was banned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's banned because it can hurt you. It can kill you. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't dare try to hurt my own self. I enjoy the life that I have. So
Yeah.
but it just you gotta take responsibility for your actions, and I did that. And all I can say is, man, just stay strong. You're gonna get some heat from this. You know what I mean? I don't know what the test was about. I kind of heard a little bit about it, but I've been focused on Jalen as far as the fight that I had coming up, so I hadn't had a chance to really hear about the situations with those two fighters. But I know they'll be okay and they'll bounce back. They're strong individuals, very talented individuals, future champions. But everybody makes mistakes. Whatever it is, however they deal with it is on them. I'm their teammate as far as a friend and companion. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be there if they need to holler at me, whatever it is. So,
Absolutely.
I got through my situation, but definitely, it's definitely not tolerated. You know what I mean? Whatever the situation is, I don't know what they took, what it was. If you say marijuana, then that was something stupid. So I don't really know have too much to say. We all can agree on that. So, it's definitely not tolerated, and I know they were pulled off a car for a reason. So that's the situation. But I ain't really here to talk about those guys. It's just a unfortunate situation for them.
Right.
And I thought Floyd Mayweather, he sent a strong positive message on somewhat of a negative situation, showing zero tolerance. So that was pretty cool, man. So now we're gonna move in. We're gonna go ahead and talk about the other fights that took place on the undercard. Did you? Hopefully you watched some of them. Okay, you watched them. All right. So 78. Let's go ahead and start with Khan versus Collazo. What did you think about Khan's performance against Collazo, 78?
I thought Khan actually looked pretty good. His chin is still suspect, but I thought he picked up a few more tricks. I thought he looked, Virgil Hunter. He looked more like he had been with Virgil Hunter for a while. He looked like he had adopted some of Andre Ward tactics, knowing when to clinch, and hold and things like that. I thought he did pretty good. He took advantage of Collazo's lack of a game plan. I don't know what Collazo was doing, but we still won't really. I think he also Khan's body looked very good at 147. He looked like he had carried that weight up very well. I was surprised. I said, "Wow, Khan." I mean, he didn't look drained. He looked real solid.
Yeah.
So
that was his natural weight.
Yeah, it does. It looks like his natural weight. We still won't know until Khan gets in there with somebody with a pulse.
What you think about that, Jay?
You know what? Khan looked good. Khan looked good against a cagey veteran fighter like Collazo. Collazo get anybody trouble, but Khan did good. Like he said, he did have a few more tricks. Virgil Hunter, a great trainer. You can tell he really focused. You can tell they really focused on something new for Khan. And Khan is hungry. He wants that big fight that everybody else wants with Floyd Mayweather. So he has to perform to that level to be able to get there. You understand? So
you think he did that?
I think Khan definitely did great. He won. He won. He showed a lot of skill, a lot of heart. I mean, both fighters. You can't never count out Collazo, man. That's a
No,
tough dude.
no.
He's been in tough fights with Ricky Hatton, everybody. So,
Yeah. I thought it was a good chance Collazo might pull off the upset, actually.
I can't agree with you. You know what I'm saying? I thought that Collazo would win. Honestly, I did.
Yeah.
And you know, Amir Khan showed me something different.
Yeah. You know, the crazy thing with Amir Khan, I've seen this in so many fights. I'm so impressed in the first couple of rounds. Like, I'm watching the first 3 rounds, and I'm like, damn, Amir Khan looking real good.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the Zab Judah fight. You know, he looked really, really good. But there's a lot of fights I noticed where he looks good for a good maybe 3 rounds, and then all of a sudden it seems like psychologically he starts to fall apart a little bit where he loses confidence, he starts clinching more, he starts moving around more, and I thought that was the case in this Collazo fight. And Collazo actually started doing better when he put his hands down. I don't know if you noticed that, but Collazo would put his hands down and follow Khan around, and that's when he started catching Khan, and Khan looked like he was a little bit uncomfortable. I still think he needs to work on trying to learn how to fight on the inside. You know, like you said, like you can fight on the inside and outside. Khan don't look like he comfortable on the inside. You know what I mean?
It's about staying consistent, man. You know what I mean? You got to stay consistent through whether 10 or 12 rounds. So, I mean, I know if you're looking for a fight with Floyd Mayweather, that man is consistent. You know what I'm saying? So, you don't have to be consistent to fight a person like him.
Yeah. And I meant to also ask you, man, when do you go back to training? You just finished this fight. When do you go back to training?
You know, we always take like a week off. You know, thank God we don't have any cuts and stuff like that. No cuts, bruises. We okay. So we just take a week off to chill a little bit, you know, and get right back to the action. Look, that's one thing I do. I'm a gym rat. You'll never catch me out of shape. You've never seen me in a fight where I look tired or anything like that. I won't. I got a great trainer. Got a great strength and conditioning coach, Chris and Eddie Mustafa. So that's one thing you won't catch me slipping on is my conditioning. And so we always in the gym, you know. So I'm forced to actually take a week off. I was gonna come back in yesterday and spar with one of the guys to help him get ready for his fight.
Damn.
And you know, Eddie was kind of like, "Yo, Jay, just give it a minute, man. You know, take the week off."
Yeah.
You know, and it is what it is. But that's just, you know, that's how we get down. You know.
Yeah, and I think that's a lesson for everybody to take. You know, fighters coming up, you got hungry dudes like this who always training, not trying to take off 3 months and blow up and then fluctuate in weight. So that's a lesson for everybody to learn right there. But anyway, I'm gonna move on to the next fight, and let's talk about Broner versus Molina, man. What did you think about that 78?
I think Adrian Broner has a lot of talent. I don't think that he is. I wasn't impressed by the Molina fight.
I agree.
Molina has. He doesn't have punching power. He stood right in front of Broner all night long. I expected Broner to just destroy him, and he didn't do that. I think Broner looked good for the guy he was fighting, but I still saw the same mistakes that were being made in the Maidana fight, and in the Malinaji fight. He's still doing the same things. He was working his jab a little more, but I mean, I just don't. It's not. I wasn't excited by Broner's performance. I still the mistakes that he makes, standing with that wide stance and not moving enough. He's still open for a left hook. As soon as somebody leaps in with a left hook, he's going to be there.
Yeah.
He's going to be there.
Yeah.
To receive it. So that's my take on the fight.
I totally agree. What you think, Jay?
You know what? Both talented fighters. You know what I mean? I actually know those guys very well, both of them. So it was a good fight. One thing I can say is I didn't get to see the earlier rounds, being that I was just finishing fighting going into the back. I know that they started, and I kind of caught, toward like the middle end.
Okay.
And what I did see is, I seen Molina getting off a little bit. You know what I mean? I seen him getting off, and it wasn't an easy fight. It definitely wasn't an easy fight. Like people thought, a lot of people thought Broner would run through Molina, and that wasn't the case. And you can never count anybody out. Our opinions are our opinions, but at the end of the day, when you get in there, you got to perform to the level it is. And I think Carlos Molina gave it a good try.
Mm-hmm.
And
he looked good.
And he had some success as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but Broner was the more talented fighter of the night. And I just say we all gotta improve.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
all can improve. I don't like to be one person like I'm perfect because I'm definitely not a perfect fighter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I still make silly mistakes. I know Broner makes silly mistakes. That's just all the part of evolving into a great fighter. Trying to work on those small mistakes, whether small or medium or large. But it was a good fight. Through both. Uh, I think I think Broner is a character.
Yeah.
Is a character.
He
A funny,
definitely,
a
he
funny
definitely
dude.
that.
A funny dude. You know what I mean? So he kind of puts the heat on himself with his little antics and
A
stuff.
lot of pressure on himself.
Yeah. But you got to give it to him. He is a character, and he's drawing the attention and he's handling it well. So
Yeah. You ever sparred with him before?
nah, Broner is like.
Way too small for you.
Broner is like the end of this desk right here. He's small. Broner is small. Would we ever spar? If he wanted to, sure. I grew up with Broner. That's like a brother to me, honestly.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I grew up seeing him in the amateurs. Being that he's from Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan. We are right there, always fighting.
Okay.
They come to our state, we come to that state, and have our little tournaments or shows or whatever. So. He's been that way for years, man. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
He's been like a character like that since we were young kids. You know what I mean? So people say you want to be like somebody else. I can honestly say it's not that. It's just that's the way that Broner has always been.
So he was already like that before the whole Mayweather situation.
Always.
It's good to know.
And and don't get me wrong. You can always take some things from great fighters like a Floyd Mayweather. I steal so much from him. I mean, obviously I'm my own person. Adrian Broner is his own person, and he steals small things. But you can learn from Floyd the business and who's one person that can sell a fight. Floyd Mayweather. And who's one person that can sell a fight besides Floyd Mayweather? Adrian Broner. There you go. Whether you like him or not, you're gonna see him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Whether you want to see him lose or see him win. So you really can't knock the dude. He's doing something that I wouldn't do, but because I'm Jay Leon and that's just not how I do it. But he's the one that takes that leap and that lead with that, and he's doing it. He's doing what he has to do. So it just comes with it.
Yeah, I hear you. Now, I just wanted to get my assessment on the fight. You said you didn't see the first 3 rounds. Those were the rounds when Molina was really doing good. The first 3 rounds, Molina, was showing a lot of speed, a lot of combinations. And I got to say, man, I was surprised because it looked like he was out hustling Adrian Broner. Adrian, of course, he was looking like, he wasn't bothered at all.
Yeah.
But Molina was completely out hustling him, and he kind of won, I think, the first 2 or 3 rounds. And it just made me think. I used to think before watching this fight that Broner could go back and beat Marcos Maidana. But now after watching this fight, I don't think he could beat Maidana. I don't even think he could beat Matisse. It looked like he has a problem with speed and combination punchers.
Yeah.
You just fought against a combination volume puncher. And, even if Perriban was in his division, I don't think that he would have been able to deal with a Perriban, that type of volume puncher style is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, I like Broner a lot, man, but he going to have to really step his game up, if he want to go in there with the big dogs, so that's how I seen that performance. Carlos Molina, he surprised a lot of people. I thought Carlos Molina looked really good. And even though people say he don't have power, I was hearing some nice pop on them punches, though. I was hearing some pop on them shots.
Yeah.
And they show one replay where it looked a little bit like Broner, staggered just a little bit. So, man, it's going to be, like I said, with that personality that Broner has and him not having the skill that Floyd Mayweather has, it's going to be a lot of pressure on him to deliver, man. And,
it's going to be exciting. He's going to make for some exciting fights, though, because he's not as talented as Floyd, but he got more mouth than Floyd, which is going to make, when he gets into the ring, excuse me, it's going to be exciting. He calling out Pacquiao and stuff like that. This is the only fighter that I have ever seen in the history of boxing. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the only fighter that I saw a referee before the fight in the locker room warn him not to hump his opponent. And he still went out there and humped on the man. And even in the press conference leading up to the fight, He said, I saw Jay Leon Love put his head down because he was going to laugh in the press conference when Broner said, Melina's going to get it off the ding
Off
ding.
the ding ding, right? Yo, you heard that?
Off the
I said,
ding
man, this
ding.
guy's a character.
You know what, man? Now, one thing, if it's something funny, I'm going to laugh. I tried to hold it in. We are at a press conference. You know, I want to be serious. You know what I mean? That was hilarious to me. I mean, once I had a chance to laugh, I laughed about 10 minutes straight, no joke.
You're a
Listen,
fool.
I wasn't expecting that. I'm sitting there looking, thinking like, okay, yeah, you know, here's Adrian Broner. You know, he had that little joke where you know he played the humble Adrian Broner, and want to thank everybody for coming. And then he's wow, you know, he switched up real quick
back
to AB. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't expecting him at the end. He said, yeah, y'all know what it is, AB, and he gonna get it off the ding ding. And I was like, what? I just looked over at him like, dog, you are crazy, man.
You're a fool.
So, yeah, you know, I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, that's a character, man. And that's my guy, man. I like him. You know, he's always giving you some unexpected stuff. So that's a smooth dude. I like him.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the sport needs. We need different characters. We need different personalities. So I also want to introduce someone else who just joined us. Arab King, you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on, man? I'm sorry I didn't tell you the schedule changed, man. I don't know if I told you that or not. But anyway,
I was taking a nap, my bad.
No, it's all good, man. Welcome to the show, man. We was just about to get into the main event, man. Let's get into the main event. Always saving that for last.
Yeah, can I ask J Love a question though?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead. It's Arab King, man.
Yeah, how you doing, J Love?
What's going on, fam? How you feeling?
You know, chilling. You know, coming to your fight, you fought a big dude. You know, he had a longer reach than you. So, you know, during your fight, the first, you know, couple rounds, you were trying to outbox him. Mm-hmm. Then when he caught you and hurt you, you know, after that, you came back and took her to him, and you succeeded out that. Yeah. So, did you make that adjustment and you figured him out that he don't know how to fight, you know, in the inside, or you just you felt like if you're gonna go on your shield, you're gonna give it your all, and your will took you through it. You know, so is it a combination of both, or which one is it? Which one is it?
You know, it was a combination of both, because I don't know if he can understand me, but in that sixth round, you can hear me talking if you watch the video. I said, yo, you gotta kill me. You got to kill me, my dude. You know what I'm saying? And obviously he speaks Spanish, so I knew he couldn't understand me, but I think he did understand me, honestly. I think he read them lips and understood
He
every
knew what
word.
that meant.
I told him, yo, you got to kill me. Good shot, but I'm not going out like that. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, I knew that, okay, Jay, let's turn it up, because, you know, he's trying to put the pressure on me. Let's make it difficult for him. And you know what? Like I said, man, don't ever count me out. You know, this is boxing. We see a lot of guys go down. You know, don't count me out, man. You know, give me that chance. Jay Nady gave me that chance. You know, I took the knee, got my mind right, and came out and showed what I can do. So, yeah, it was a combination of both will and just making that adjustment, you know, knowing that he couldn't fight backwards. You know what I mean? And that's what I did.
Congratulations on your win.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
No doubt.
Yeah, no, another thing, you know, at 160, you know, who you like to fight next, you know, if you could, you know, I mean, I don't know, you know, I don't think Golovkin is with, top rank, but he don't fight on Showtime. So
yeah.
What a fight that's possible that you want to fight?
Oh, you got so many great fighters at 160. You got all the great champs. And it's kind of funny, I had a chance to talk to Peter Quillen this past weekend. You know what I'm saying? He always say, you know, damn, Jay, you always calling me out. You know, but I said, yo, I'm supposed to. You know, you're the champ. You're the champ.
Yeah,
you the champ. You know what I'm saying? I grew. He's really from Grand Rapids, raised in Brooklyn and stuff like that in New York. So I respect the dude 100%.
Yeah.
Peter Quillen is doing good things, great things as a champion. You know what I'm saying? I respect him. It'd be wrong if I didn't call you out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We in the business, right?
There you go. It'd be wrong if I didn't call you out. At 160, you are the champ. And there's so many other great champions just like yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that'd be a great fight as well. You know, and when I call somebody out, I'm not calling them out because I'm trying to, you know, to talk bad about him.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
I can beat this dude. He ain't this or that. No, it's not like that.
You just want to challenge yourself,
Listen,
right?
here's the thing. So many guys want to fight Floyd Mayweather because he's the best.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some guys want it because they know that check is thick.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to fight these guys because they are the best, man. These are champions. These are great champions. Here you go. You got Peter Quillen. You got Gennady Golovkin. You got Sergio Martinez. Who else we got at 160?
At 168
Or
or 160.
60. Well, he said 160. At 168, you got Saki Obika. You got Andre Ward. You got Carl Froch. You got a couple. You got Groves. Well, you got Carl Froch. All these other guys.
At
Look, these
168.
are the best right here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm putting everybody in the same category from 160 to 68.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are.
So
the
you ain't got
best.
no problem moving back down to 160, fluctuating 160, 168.
Not at all. Not at all. If it's
Okay.
right, we'll make it right.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. When I say this, I'm not calling nobody out saying, "Yo, this is what I want." Yo, blah, blah, blah. You know how people do it. That's not me. That's not the type of guy that I am. Here it is. I'm gonna put everybody in the same boat, and I'm out of the boat trying to make it to the boat.
Yeah.
Here it is. You guys are great in this boat. I want to be amongst the great. You know what I'm saying? When you look at those older fighters, Tommy Hearns, and how they used to sit, you know, Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, you know what I'm saying? When they used to sit and talk, I want to be one of those guys that can sit and talk. Like, yo, Tommy, back in the day, yo, we had a great fight. Yo, Peter Quillen. You remember that time we fought in Vegas, you know what I'm saying, on Showtime? I took your belt or you beat me or whatever the case, you know what I'm saying? Those are the things, those are great conversations with great fighters. And I know he's going to be a great. I want to be a great, and I want to establish myself against these great champions right now.
Yeah. So it sounded like he really respected you then, the way the conversation went.
You know what, yo? At the end of the day, you gotta respect every fighter. You know what? You know what I'm saying? Yo, because he had made a video. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Yo, F J Leon."
Oh, wow.
And I was like, "Yo," when I saw him, I was like, "Yo, it don't matter. You know, talk is talk."
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I respect everybody as what they do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody works hard. Listen, that man is what, like 28-0 with, you know what I'm saying, this many knockouts, and defended that title.
Yeah.
Well, whoever they put him with, respect.
Yeah.
And that's all I gotta say. I don't have to explain no more. You the champ. Respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is.
But did he ever tell you if it might be down the line? Did he say, yeah, maybe we'll get it? He didn't even bring it up.
No, it wasn't even that. Right now, I got to focus at who I'm with at 168.
Yeah.
You know, he's at 160 and he has to
Yeah.
focus on what he is. If we had the same manager, you know what I'm saying? If it comes to it and it happens, then it happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to give him all this praise. I respect every one of those champions.
Yeah.
Champions that I've never even spoke to.
Mhm.
You a champ, bro. You got my respect.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get where you at. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
I hear you. Absolutely. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into this Mayweather versus Marcos Maidana fight. You know, it was a good-ass fight. Floyd Mayweather, you know, he showed adversity, et cetera, et cetera. Let me go and ask you, 78, what did you think about the fight? What did you think about Mayweather's performance?
I don't think it was Floyd's best performance, but I thought that it was a close fight. I thought that it was a lot of swing rounds in the fight, and swing rounds really depend on what style of fighting do you prefer. Okay, do you value the guy who lands the cleaner punches, the more effective punches? Do you value the guy who's controlling and dictating the pace of the fight? Who's the busier guy? It comes down to that. I had the fight scored when I first watched it a draw. All right. I thought Maidana controlled the first half of the fight. I thought Floyd clearly controlled the second half of the fight, no question. And to me, it was rematch worthy. I would love to see a rematch of that fight. I think this is a good fight, good style-wise matchup, because Maidana was able to cut the ring off and keep Floyd on the ropes for enough time to throw flurries. All right, some of those punches got in, a lot of them didn't, but he made for an exciting fight. Floyd did very well as far as Floyd dug into the body
Yeah.
in ways that I haven't seen him dig into the body in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He got down up in there and started digging to the body, and it was a lot of body work from both sides in this fight. You know,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of body shots don't get enough credit in when scoring fights. A lot of people just, they only judge the head shots, but I thought it was a lot of good body work that went unnoticed in this fight. Yeah, initially I had the fight score to draw.
I hear you, Jay. What did you think about the fight, man? What kind of performance?
It was a great performance. Actually, you know what? I wasn't expecting Maidana to go out there and make it the fight that he did. You know, I thought Floyd would have stopped him or whatever the case. Thought it would have been an easy fight for Floyd. You know.
We all did.
Yeah, but you know, that's just one thing right there. You know, these guys are hungry. That's a big platform to be on, and they named it right. Yo, this people watching the whole what's the series called with Showtime, the whole.
You talking about boxing?
Yeah,
show sport?
No. I'm talking about the not the 24/7.
All access.
All access.
Yeah,
Okay.
the all access. Okay, you got the all access, and they said it. Yo, this is it. We gonna make it as a roughest fight possible.
Yeah,
the roughest
yeah.
fight possible. He didn't land everything. No, he didn't. You know, but he still made a good fight. If it was a definitely a rematch, I would love to see it as well.
Yeah, and you think Floyd Mayweather would adjust better in the rematch?
I think so. I think Floyd would make it a totally different fight. You know, definitely. That's just one of the gifts the guy has. Adjusting, you see it all the time.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, a guy may have a good day this day, but the next day he'll never see it. So.
I mean, he the best thinker in the sport, and I always say you don't want to give someone like that the questions to the test. You know what I mean? Because he gonna ace that real easy. You know, if it's a rematch, that's the reason why a lot of people who's hating and saying, oh, you know, Floyd, he didn't look that good or whatever. But I noticed the majority of people who hating on Floyd, they're not saying they want to see the rematch because even they know deep down what would happen in the rematch. And I just want to say this real quick too. I got a friend who's a Mayweather hater. He won't admit it, but you know, he a Mayweather hater. And I remember before this fight, he was saying to me, he was like, Dontae, can you give me one reason why anyone would want to watch this fight? He was like, why would someone want to watch this fight? We already know Floyd going to win the fight easy, right? He was like, why would anyone want to watch it? I said, because you never know what's going to happen in the sport of boxing. And not only that, but, you know, Floyd Mayweather can impress. You know, he can knock him out. You never know what's going to happen. Who knows? This could be a close fight. It could be a dog war. It could be, you know, anything. So that's the reason why you watch it. The point I'm making is, look what happened. We had an all-out type war that nobody expected. We all expected Floyd Mayweather to go in there and just blow this dude out. And it turned out to be a very competitive fight. I want to say this, too, in response to you, 78. I agree with you. It wasn't Floyd's best performance, but I will say this is, in a way, what all the fans have been, you know, the detractors. They've been asking about Floyd. I want to see him in a war. I want to see how is he going to deal with a tough fight, with a tough opponent. How is he going to deal with it? And I think this was another test that he passed. You know, he dealt with it very well. What you got to say real quick on that, A-Rab? A-Rab, you there? Okay, we'll get.
Can you hear me?
Okay, there you go. What you got to say on that, A-Rab?
Yeah, well, you know, Maidana did better than I thought. You know, I can't knock him for being there because he did what he had to do to try to win the fight. But as far as the fight kind of got out of control, you know, in my opinion. You know, it was a lot of hitting behind the head, low blows and all that, which the referee should have, you know, established control by taking points off, or, you know, he had to do something, but he didn't. But Floyd Mayweather dealt with it, and, you know, he came on top. But, you know, I felt like, you know, on the rematch, Floyd Mayweather, if the rematch ever take place, that Floyd Mayweather already figured him out, and he won't stay on the ropes as much. Yeah. Because, you know, all he could do is tie him up on the ropes and fight him in the middle of the ring. But at the end of the day, you know, there was a lot of hitting behind the head and, you know, low blows intentionally. It's not like Maidana was trying to throw a body shot and he caught him low. No, he was doing that intentionally and, you know, hitting behind the head, which a lot of people don't give Floyd Mayweather credit for being tough and taking it like a man and not complaining.
Yeah, absolutely. And let me ask you this, Jay, because I know you didn't talk to Floyd after the fight. What did he say about the fight, man? What did he say?
He never really spoke on the fight. You know what I mean? He know it was a tough fight. You know, he had said that. He had said it was a tough fight. You know? He had already said it. This was gonna be a tough fight. You know, he didn't really elaborate on it. You know,
Okay.
he just, just being Floyd. You know, moving, doing his motions. But, we all know it was a tough fight.
Yeah.
And for his response, everybody know it. Yo, if you think you won, let's do it again. That's the response you normally don't hear. So
You normally don't hear it. Usually people, they hurry up and go to the next one, like Danny Garcia against Mauricio Herrera. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So I think that shows a lot right there. Being that Floyd is like, yo, okay, you gave me a good fight. You know, I was the victor in the fight, but if I left any doubts out there, let me go ahead and clear it up for you. Let's do it again.
Yeah, and that's another mark of a true champion. Another mark of a true champion. Anything else on that fight, 78?
No, just I definitely would like to see the rematch. I do think Floyd would make better adjustments in this fight, the rematch, and but you never know what's going to happen. You know, you never know, man. This is like you said, this is boxing. You know, Floyd could go in there and lose to Maidana, because Maidana's still going to be the underdog in the rematch. So we never know. Maidana can come in there overconfident, or he might be, he might have some more tricks up his sleeve. But one thing we know for sure is that with all the controversy, we know that in the second fight, Maidana, he's going to have a lot of points taken away.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. And 78, don't you think that was kind of an admission and a stupid thing for Marcos to say at the end of the fight when he said, if I would have been able to wear my gloves, I would have knocked him out? I mean, isn't that like an admission admitting that them gloves were suspect from the get?
Yeah, I mean, those blue gloves was definitely shady.
Them the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah, even when it was a video that was online of Maidana in the locker room signing a pair of the extra blue gloves, and even the extra blue gloves looked it flat. And so yeah, I definitely agree that those blue gloves were shady. They were shady as ever. But I didn't have a problem with the red Everlast Mexican puncher gloves. I didn't have a problem with those. I don't know the details on why Team Mayweather didn't want him to fight with those gloves. I don't know what happened with the red ones.
Yeah, I mean, the only ones that I really paid attention to was those spongy-ass blue gloves that I seen the first time. But my whole thing is, it's going to be hard to trust anybody if you already know what they're capable of doing from watching that. So I think that's kind of the reason why they were suspect of anything that, they presented, because, they already seen what they tried to pull with them gloves, so. But I'm just glad that somebody caught it, you know what I mean? So let me bring this up too, Jay, real quick. Did you hear about your boy Robert Garcia hitting Lil Wayne upside the head with a bottle, water bottle? You didn't hear about that?
No, man, I didn't hear about it. I heard something about Lil Wayne spazzing on somebody in the back, but
yeah,
I didn't really hear the details of it.
Now, they tried to make it seem like it was an altercation between Lil Wayne, but basically what happened, it's a video, it's on World Star Hip Hop or whatever, and they were leaving the dressing room, they were singing, chanting and everything, and they were headed to the dressing room. Lil Wayne is standing right here as the whole entourage, Maidana's entourage, they come, and you can hear somebody, I guess it's, everyone saying it's Lil Wayne that said it, but you can hear Lil Wayne say, you guys lost. I don't know if it was Lil Wayne or if it was someone else, but basically Robert Garcia walks right past him, and then as he passes Lil Wayne and Lil Wayne's not looking, he hits him right upside the head with a water bottle.
Oh, no.
And so it was pretty interesting. It kind of reminded me of some wild stuff back in the day, back in Long Beach, California. But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But anyway. So that's pretty much, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. Arab, you got a couple minutes. You have any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
Yeah, well, I felt like it was pretty crazy the way Maidana brought that up about the glove situation. I felt like, he basically needed to do something illegal in order to beat Floyd. He wanted to be on steroids while Floyd Mayweather is clean or something like that, in order, because he can't beat Floyd Mayweather in a fair plan. But as far as Lil Wayne and Robert Garcia, that was pretty crazy. And we already know Robert Garcia, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Everybody know. Everybody know what time it is. So I'll let you close out with the final thoughts. Once again, congratulations, Jay. You want to get out your Twitters or whatever, let people know what's next, everything. Go ahead and get your final thoughts, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. You can reach me on the Instagram or the Twitter at JLeonLove, JLeonLove.
Okay.
I respond, tweet back, or whatever. So actually, man, I do want to thank everybody for the normally I was getting a little hate, what I'm saying, stuff like that. I have been getting it for a while, but it's been a lot of love shown my way, due to my performance. So I definitely appreciate it and just want to put on good performances like that again.
And that's what's up. I think Mayweather proved as long as you keep winning, you can't be denied, no matter,
There you go.
So, hey, man, I want to thank you, man. I really appreciate you coming to the studio, doing the show with us, sharing, your experience in the ring this past weekend. I want to say thank you to all my guests, 78 Sports TV, Arab King, and we're going to be doing it again, guys, next week. We'll see you guys 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You know what it is. All Talk Radio, guys.